We're here with Doug Jones. Yes, hi, I'm Doug Jones, everybody.
So where does this character stand in your vast resume of doing characters?
Creatures. As in favorites of mine?
Yes.
All the creatures I've ever played have been very near and dear to my heart. They have to be somewhere in my heart, or I can't play them. I have to invite them in to dine with me in my soul. Cochise has he's got the kind of attraction to me and me to him that I do with Abe Sapien from the Hellboy movies, because there's the intellect there's the calming influence on the team, because especially when you see season 4 in Falling Skies, you're going to see a lot of mayhem. The season opens up with a big bang of like, oh my gosh, what the F is happening, right? Everyone's gone a little cray-cray, except for Cochise. I'm still the calm, cool, collected alien guy who has all the answers and all the information. Here, listen to me, everything's going to be fine. There's that same kind of, that's what I loved about Abe on the Hellboy team, that's what I love about Cochise on the Second Mass team, is that I bring answers and I bring calm.
Well, there's been such a rift with, the Volm and the humans now. So is he trying to mend those fences? Is he trying to?
Well, I wouldn't say rift, really. As season 3 ended, it looked like, oh no, they've tricked us. They're going to put us in a concentration camp somewhere. But it wasn't about that. We were trying to protect the humans, as we've done on every other planet before. We go to the indigenous people or creatures there on that planet. We scoop them up for their own safety while we fight the bad guy, the Ishvenioth. We thought we were going to do that again here on Earth, but the humans have proven to be something above and beyond what we usually encounter. So that was discovered by the end of the episode when I finally convinced my father, also played by me, by the way. So you are your own father.
I
was.
On
the eve of Easter. Oh my gosh. We'll talk about a schizophrenic day. That was, oh my gosh, playing my own dad in the season finale was just a lot of work. Because I had big scenes with myself. But I did the whole Patty Duke thing. But my father, Was Chok Chab, is a bit more old school with our, this is the way we've done it, this is the way we're going to do it, but me, Cochise, has had time on Earth to intermingle and learn a lot about the humans and develop friendships with Noah's character, Tom Mason especially. So Cochise's job is to convince Dad that, hey, these people are different and something above and beyond what we're used to, so let's let them have their freedoms. And that's why we set them free at the end of the episode. But I said, get out of town because we got to blow some Ishveni up. And then and then season 4 is going to open up a few months later with I can't even. Right? No, it's going to be cray-cray, and everyone's gone a little nuts. It's great. It's great.
How did they let you know you're going to play your own dad?
Oh, that was interesting. I read the script and saw my name in it as Was Chok Chab. I'm like, hey, what? So, it's like, and then next day on set, we were finishing up the episode before it, and the producer, Greg Beeman, said, hey, aren't you excited you get to play your own dad? That's how I found out, was being excited that I got to play him. Nobody asked.
Didn't get paid for 2 roles.
But I did. Yeah, that's the conversation that followed. I'm happy to, if.
So can you talk about how long it's been since we left and when we come back, and can you tease a little bit the premiere episode?
Right. It's probably been. I didn't get an actual month count. Do we have a month count between end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4? Like how many months have passed?
In the show?
Yeah, it felt like.
Let me look that. I'll find that out.
It feels like it's about 4 months, 5 months maybe.
Okay, so a few months later.
Something like that. So a few months later, yeah. Not a full year, for sure. Because we left the Second Mass to scurry about the countryside and go discover a new land while we fight the Ishvenioth. So the season will open with you'll see them in a beautiful sunny field. I think that's in one of the trailers you've seen already. That they're off walking in a beautiful sunny field in the grass with their shoes off, going, freedom, Earth, until dun dun dun, cray cray. Yeah, it goes crazy.
What would you say the main battles are then over the season 4? Like, where's the conflict? Does it remain the same against this honey, or are there other new forces?
Right. Well, the Skitters are still present, and they're still under the command of the Ishveni. So those are the bad guys that will continue throughout the show. Those are our bad guys. But we have also it's the human interest of the story that we have good guys, bad guys within the humans, and that's really where I feel the heart of the story lies. Even though I'm one of the aliens on the show, I think that the show's really about these people and their relationships and how they buck up and how they deal with hard times and with what is the human spirit capable of when they hit rock bottom. I think that's what the show is really about, and that's what's discovered more this season than ever before. Because I think as the season opens, you'll see everyone's put into captivity away from each other. So this entire cast you've gotten to know that interacts and remains with each other, they're all in different places when the show starts again, and you're like, oh my gosh, are they ever going to see each other again? And you find out what happens to a person when they're alone, isolated, and going cray-cray,
As you mentioned, your character and Tom have a pretty close relationship, but might we see your character interact with the others a little more? Maybe we might see some new relationships forge. There's still some cast members that I've never really had good scenes with, right. I'm kind of more. I'm more with the gang as a whole. That's really bad of me. I should have silenced my phone, shouldn't I have? I should have. You'll see relationships budding with everybody. I think this season, what I noticed about the overall arc of the show is that the relationships have been established in the first 3 seasons. This year, the science fiction comes to play way more. With our new David Icke being our new showrunner, head writer, he upped the science part. He upped the science in the fiction. so we have more unexplained things and that need explanation, and that's when I come in, because I'm the guy with all those explanation answers of the science part of the show. So it kept me busy with memorizing really difficult dialogue. Every time I come on, it's like to say something smart guy-like, and I'm not a smart guy, so that's hard for me. Yeah.
I think you play it well.
Well, you're very kind.
Guys. What do you think the actual name of your character? What do you draw out of that name?
Out of my name?
Out of Cochise.
Out of Cochise.
That does have some historical,
yes.
feeling in this.
Yeah. Well, remember, my full name in Volm language is Chitokil Sichinich Chatiko. Right. So I did not name myself Cochise. That was shortened, and it never was explained who gave me that name. But we all decided that would be Will Patton's character, Colonel Weaver. Or Captain Weaver again, I guess. But he was probably the one who gave me that name as a kind of a, he's always leering at me through the side of his eyes. Yeah. I'm not sure, but he trusts me more and more. You'll see more trust build with him, with Colonel Weaver this year, and me. But Cochise having some history and being a warrior and being the Volm people have always been. I was born on a ship in battle. That's all I've ever known. So finding some heroism and some reason and some sense of purpose in this horrible world of battle, I think is where Cochise is a poetic name to give me. Yeah.